Welcome in, everyone. We are back with Sultan's Game by Double Cross Studios and 2P Games Publishing. We are still on run number 4. Run number 4, where we are trying very hard to not end up being horrifically killed. We'll see how it goes. Oops, no, not that one. The continue button, please. This is where we are. We have 6 days till our execution on carnality, and a silver carded wife that will be for wonderfulness. We are upgrading some inside information. We still have these guys in the prison. We are gonna try and help Quaes get out of prison, because unlike Jawad, he doesn't try to kill us. We are instructing Zaki in physique martial arts. We are having Zephyr find the news in the bathhouse. We are managing our estate with Inal and Lady Becky, because everyone comes to our expanded residence for the cat, obviously. And our dear wife is going to try and get Jabal to be more supportive of us than in opposition, because he is part of the honor guard, and this is important. In the House of Delights, we currently have Shama, who could also do the carnality card. And we also have the Mirror of Stars working in our favor. Every 7 days, we get a piece of astronomy that will help, like an intelligence. This is what we have in our inventory, our intelligences. We already have Rhythms of Change, which is a stealth magic boost consumable. We've got many books, some of which we really need to start using. We also have the Little Crocodile, who we know better than to send to the bathhouse, because that causes problems. We also have this betrayed friend here to, at some point, sacrifice to something. But we are getting around. We've got this as well. Not entirely certain what rationality will do, but it's interesting. I might have to methinks that one. We have the Perjury of Integrity for Jawad. We just haven't set him loose because he's kind of a pain. Maybe I should, though. And then in a couple of terms, when it's very inconvenient, he's going to end up trying to kill me. I'm not worried about that. I will survive that. It's just the timing of him is the problem. We have some coins. We could buy some things. This is the best charisma thing in the game. Give the crocodile to the mysterious assistant. Well, when she rolls up again, I absolutely will, but she's not in currently. It will come. I am going to buy this. I also am going to buy these earrings because they're very good. I do like this attire. The large shield is fine. I don't really need the rest of this, but I'm gonna buy these and not go broke exactly, but definitely it's gonna steal my windfall, but these are good. Okay, here we go. Yep, I am purchasing this equipment. Thank you very much. She's stuck in investment, project investment too with Mahir, so I can't give her the earrings at the moment, but these also have wisdom on them, so those people who have very low wisdom and need to read books, I can finally do something about. My wife doesn't necessarily need the charisma right now, so we're fine. We can let those end up in the book level, and we do have Manal's Explore Oasis, but if we don't actually ever send anyone on that, or send her on that, she just rolls back up. So maybe we just leave Manal waiting. Because I feel very bad for her. Alright, let's deal with our choices. You plan to bring a small gift and try to subtly probe the Sultan's opinion on the unfortunate soul who dared to confront him openly and ended up imprisoned, still unable to escape. You respectfully offered coins to the Sultan. The Sultan rubs the coins you offered, seemingly recalling the person you mentioned. I remember now. I was saving him for a suitable bloodshed card. A cruel smile tugs the Sultan's lips. Then he waves his hand dismissively. Lucky him. You are playing this game now. You get to decide. You prostrate before the Sultan, feeling a sense of shared hardship and relief. Thankfully, the Sultan was already over with the game when you jumped out to rebuke him. At the bathhouse, Zephyr learns nothing. Well, he just had a bath. That's probably for the best. We find someone experienced to teach Zaki martial arts, or you could do it yourself. We train at the training ground. So we need at least 3 successes, preferably I think 5, to get Zeki to be strong and beautiful. So let's see what we manage. Well, we managed the 3, and we don't have any rerolls, so I guess this is what we're getting. The training was relatively successful. He will be a good fighter in the future. People are still willing to come to our house, and we will make some monies. The good monies, no less. Very good, very good. And we got extra because of our expanded house. So, and something noteworthy, of course. A noble presents the Sultan with a strange beast. It has the head of a deer, the body of a leopard, and the tail of a pheasant. The Sultan is very intrigued by the creature and asks you how to interpret it. Trav, if you would be so kind as to give us the stats behind the deception, the good omen, or the bad omen, I would be very appreciative. But as for the rest of chat, even though Trav is my wiki monkey going to fetch me information because he's amazing and wonderful, and helpful, and because I asked, what would the rest of chat like to see, regardless of what he says? Because we know that this is a stitched together creature. It's not real. And this happened all the time. All the frickin' time. Alright, well we have low insight, because our insight's only 2. Hello! Welcome in, Minivox. Thank you for the follow. I'm May, or Mayrin Althea Tover, if you'd prefer, but you can call me May, it's easier. And I stream games with stories, currently Sultan's Game by Double Cross Studios. Feel free to settle down, kick back, relax. I'm lurk friendly. You don't have to talk and chat, but I'd be happy to get to know you. Let me know if you'd like, what I should call you, if anything, and what your pronouns are, preferred pronouns are, if you want to share. But welcome in. Glad to have you. They're all useful. I'd go with 1 because it's clearly a fake and someone's going to notice the stitching. Yeah, so the notoriety is something that we do want to build because it helps us upgrade our, it helps us upgrade one of our buildings that we can get temporary retainers from for free. The insight is also useful. The influence, I think we're pretty okay on influence. He, they is fine? All right, Minivox. Nice to meet ya. I'm a she, her, by the way, so. I try to keep track of pronouns because I've been wrong about them before, and just stupidly so. So if I forget them, please remind me, but it's nice to meet you. I like making new friends here on my Twitch stream. Alright, well, I'm actually gonna go with it's a deception because I want the notoriety more than anything else. I mean, I only have a 2 in influence, but I want to build notoriety, so this is for the best. While the noble was unaware, you stepped forward and grabbed the antlers, shaking them vigorously. The seams of the leopard body split, and the monstrosity collapsed into several pieces. The nobles stared at the floor, pale and speechless. The Sultan lazily waved a finger, and the guards dragged the poor soul, who had hoped to win the monarch's favor, out. Courtiers whispered, incredulous, even the scammer himself, at your audacity. Your daring act became a favorite tale among the common folk for quite some time. Nice. Nice. If you've never heard of Sultan's game and you don't know what's going on, feel free to ask. I've been trying to catch you live. Literally binged all your Sultan's game VODs. Oh, that's awesome. Well, here I am live. You've caught me. Oh no, whatever will I do? But I'm glad you've been enjoying them. I'm glad that somebody is. I'm actually kind of rather shocked about how well the videos are doing on YouTube, because I post just the raw vids. I don't do anything polished on YouTube. It's literally just there to give back to my Twitch community for those people who like to catch up to whatever they've missed when they can't catch me live, but or just to have, some company in the background if they need it for my playlists. But yeah, it's interesting that Sultan's game is what's getting me noticed on YouTube more than anything. It's weird. Anyway. The prison. I'm not reading everything because we've read them fully before, so I'm, trying not to bog down the game too much with all the reading that is required. But we gave the perjury of integrity to Jawad. Yes, you're innocent again, Jawad. So innocent. Oh my god, this man. Now he's gonna try and kill me. It's fine. The books. We got How to Please Your Lover. Ooh, lovely. I wonder what stat this book is. We can't click on it yet. But can we influence the noble in question? Looks like yes. Absolutely. Now he has more support than opposition to us, which is very good. And we got tactics for it. Very good. Thank goodness. Jabal is... You can actually court him. I believe that you can get 3 out of the 4, possibly even all 4 of the Sultan's honor guard as a friend. It's just really difficult, so... I've only ever managed to get Nabani and Jabal. Personally, I know that there's the one who does the dogs, the one who has a dog, a racing dog, Lucy. I don't know how to get him, but I know that he's capable of being gotten. The 4th one, however, is the hardest one to find and to interact with, so there's that. The Sultan is not in court today, but we upgraded some inside information, so that's what... Ferris, yes. Ferris with the dogs. This day, you step into the guest house, that thing that we need more notoriety to upgrade, and spot a crowd haggling around a man. You approach. He clutches a jumbled pile of wares for sale. Seeing you, he flashes a grin. Thought I'd pay a visit, my lord. That kid you let slip the other day? Yeah, he's one of mine. The onlookers whisper that this is Aleem, the pickpocket ringleader. Every petty thief answers to him. You ponder how to deal with him. Do we scold him? Do we praise him? Or do we challenge him? Trav, please, find me the stats, and then I will decide what I want. But yeah, we already have like 15 influence here. It's ridiculous. We only have 4 renown, but that will raise quickly. And we only have 4 infamy. We have 0... Or sorry. 4 renown, 0 infamy, 4 notoriety, and 2 insight. Because we haven't been chasing insight. You got all of them only once, then died because I couldn't do the Sultan card? Yeah, we've been killed by lack of ability to do Sultan card in 2 ways. 1, simple execution. 2, failed rebellion. Because of a stupid gold conquest card. That was ill-timed. So ill-timed. The magician, she not nice. She not nice. And my relationship with Lady Luck and RNGs is squirrely at best, so we're all fucked all the time. It's pretty hilarious. There's a reason why I tend to do overkill for my dice stuff. Because if I don't do overkill, then it's likely not to go in my favor. The answer is all over the place, working on it. It's fine, Trav. I know that depending on what you choose, you get a different version of the quest continuing. I was just wondering what the like stats are in the process of that. I don't really care about what quest type happens. So, you don't have to make it complicated, but I'm sorry if the wiki is being mean to you. This is the reason why I have Trav fetch my information for me, because he's so good at it. His Google Foo is way better than mine, and I'm, you know, trying to run a stream here, so he's my assistant. But Minivox, since you play, obviously, you're welcome to weigh in as well. Like, I want the opinions. I like it when chat talks to me. It's just not a requirement, because lurkers are love and life here, and I very much appreciate all of them. But this just gives me time to drink my coffee. Pray for coffee. But yeah, I'm so glad that you found me, Minivox. And also that you play. I've been known to influence people to get the games that I'm currently playing, just on occasion. And not for really any other reason than I think they're cool and I want to support them. So, you know, all things are optional here, but it's cool that you also play. I've been playing since the demo, and then I was like, I'm just gonna wait till the full game comes out, and then I'm gonna stream it. And so here it is, full game streaming. You haven't picked another answer besides praise him? I mean, he is looking out for his kids. Like, he's the leader of the pickpocket kids for a reason, and it's because he makes sure that they're fed, that they're decently clothed and shod, though not perfectly clothed and shod, because otherwise it would be very, you know, obvious that they're gonna pickpocket people. And you know, he looks out for those kids. Like, he cares about them. And as you learn, like, if this is the first time that you've met him, it's not for us, as you well know from the VODs. That he actually does give a damn about these kids, because this is the way he grew up. This is what got him through his childhood, so he's gonna pass on the skills that allowed him to survive to the next generation of abandoned and unwanted children. Like, it's very sweet. Praise does seem to be the best option, though. Alright, well, I'm not gonna scold him, because he is admitting that this kid is his, and he's like, you didn't try to kill my kid or anything, so I'm willing to do business with you in a more, you know, hands-on variety. And to challenge him seems a little weird as well, considering we're trying to court notoriety and that kind of influence. So I'm just gonna praise him, because yes, this is the best option. It is such a good game. I fell in love with it. Trav, you know I was obsessed with this game when the demo was live. I was like talking to this, like the only game I was talking about while I was streaming other things. I was playing this and going, I need more brains on this game because it's hard. My brain just can't handle it all by itself. You praise Aleem. Whatever his motives, at least he tends well to that little thief. The boy's clothes stay clean, his feet shod, his face free of hunger marks. Aleem blinks, surprised at your words, and then breaks into a sly grin. The great lord has a silver tongue. I just keep my coin markers fed. Those lads are my hands, my eyes, my hooks for purses. Well fed and warm, they work better. Enough of that. Care to see my wares? He gathers the loot, parts the crowd, and spreads it before you. You eye the goods, all shrouded in black sacks. No clue what's inside. Alright, so now we can buy goods. What else has happened? You plan to open a guest house in Dark Alley, a refuge for those assisting you. Though not respectable, yet you hesitate. Who manages it? This individual must be a commoner, adept at handling vendors and all sorts, a good cook, as a guest house draws with free meals, loyal enough to avert risk, and quick-witted. Who knows what Dark Alley holds? What about the cook from your territory? Upon hearing your dilemma, Maggie suggests, his name was Habib, I remember? When we first toured your lands upon marriage, we enjoyed his meal. You had summoned him, commended the food, that's why I remember his name. You slap your forehead in realization. Maggie's idea hits the mark. You send for Habib, expected tomorrow, opening the guest house soon. Our wife. She's perfect. She's a goddess. We love her, we adore her, we worship her feet. I mean, just look at her. Who wouldn't? I don't even know how she ended up with us and not, you know, Arzu the Second rather than the Sultan. Ah, the dog racing has appeared. You hear of a contest more thrilling with bigger bets than horse betting occurring in Dark Alley. The races are for dogs. Want to watch it. Dog racing will come back around if we ignore it, but we're probably not going to. Ownership of the winery has come back up. So that's that. The Idol Parade. But we need people with physique no less than 5. 3 people. And then we have Abdul's taxes that we have to freaking figure out. Okay. Okay, first things first, get everyone in order. I don't have to send anyone to this, but I can double my money with Luna. We always bet on Luna. We could bet on anybody and try it out, but we love Luna, so she's consistently the best one here. We don't have to go to this personally, but we do need to spend money on it, which is fine. Probably Zephyr, since stealth is key, but he doesn't have the wisdom. The boy has no wisdom. So, since the boy has no wisdom and we need wisdom, he can have this for the time being. This is the second best charisma item in the game, but Maggie, our dear, dear wife, is getting the best one because she's our dear, dear wife. The second best one, Lady Becky cannot equip anything because she is an accessory. Well, he is an accessory. So it might end up being us. Actually, it might end up being Aziz. Actually, no, it's Zaki. Get charisma, Zaki. You're a good kid. Okay. So that's all of the stuff except for the little crocodile, which we are waiting on an event for. Aziz has Jasmine. We don't have the whistle yet to put a pet slot on anyone else. We do have Sultan's Forgiveness. So into the prison we go. So he can get out of prison. There you go, Quaeus. Come be a thing. Okay. Still no Sultan. Let's do Intuition next. We don't have anything else. Okay. The guest house is technically open. We only have a swordsman left who is stealth. So, Zephyr, get a stealth buddy. Recruitment successful. Cool. So we can do goods this time around with Zephyr, and it should be pretty good. Got the stealth and the wisdom. The pickpocket ringleader sells stolen goods at your doorstep, not just for business, clearly. So, he canceled out at least half of that, which is why I was like, we need a lot. We need at least 1 success to buy stolen goods, so 2 successes. We doubled our success. Good. Interesting. 1 hand for money. Interested in this way of drawing lots, you decide to try it out at least once. We got classical wrestling. Nice. And then the retainer fucked off, because that's what they do. So we have no retainers in the guest house, and not quite enough notoriety to upgrade the place, but we did get this, which is good. And we didn't lose out on Zephyr's usefulness, but he might actually be reading a book. How to Please Your Lover's Charisma Gain. This is Survival. This is Stealth, and he needed at least 2 Wisdom to read it. This is Physique and Combat. You have excellent stats in that. Part of that is from the Spear, which is fine, and Jasmine, which is also fine. The combat is actually is mostly this greatsword that I have on him. The survival is all his. The magic is from the earrings, as is most of the wisdom. What else do we have? Oops, nope. I meant to click on the 5th element. This is a magic book, so that needs to go to Lumera when she's out. This is a charisma book, survival book without the wisdom, survival and stealth with the wisdom. We've got 2 jousting. Okay, so she's fine. I think we're gonna do Legend of the Thief for Zephyr, and for Aziz, possibly nothing. Okay. Yep, thank you. Alright. Get stealthier, please. You're my stealth dude. Alright, is there anything that I have to go in person? Yes. You must participate yourself to break a Sultan card. We could use the carnality card right here. It kind of expects an extravagance card, honestly, but our wife must go. If we go, we don't have to use a card, but do we use a carnality card here just to get it off the table? That's a question. Here is where our progress is at. So we haven't actually used any carnality cards yet. We've used like 3 extravagance cards and a couple of conquests already. This is worrying over here, but she can't go. We're keeping her. What do you mean? This is the tea party. Wife's tea party. It's just her. She has to go to the tea party. It's the only way that it will click. We don't have to go with her. If we do go with her, there are options, but we also have the option of using a carnality card at our wife's tea party, because that's what we have. So, I'm not entirely certain what you're talking about, Trav. But feel free to weigh in. That. When you said our wife must go. Yeah, our wife must go to the tea party she is hosting. Not away, not forever, just to the tea party she is the hostess of. Please, I'm not that horrible. But I could use the silver carnality card here. Or I could save it. It would be very interesting for the other guests to witness. Or end up in a part of. Like this... I don't know whether this means that me and my wife just get jiggy with it in a slightly public event. Or whether this becomes a full-on orgy. Like, I don't know. What's the worst that'll happen if you use carnality at a tea party? She gets unhappy and we bribe her with jewelry and she gets really, really happy in gold. Yep, there's that too. So I could just do this and see what happens. We're gonna try it. Alright. Alright, you have 3 physique, you have 7. We don't have nearly enough people to do the idol parade available that are capable of it. So, Inal and Lady Becky will run the house. Zaid is at the bookstore. We already have support on him. He comes with 0 support or opposition, so we've influenced him to at least be decent for us in court. But I could up that chance by doing this. And then there's the bathhouse. We do have to do this, but we don't have to do this turn. This is fine. So do I want you in the bathhouse or do I want you reading a book? Aziz, what do we think? No. Maybe? Stats are really good already, though. No, I think he will just go to the bathhouse. He's got enough charisma that we might get some information, so that's always good. And we don't have to pay for it because we have the VIP card. All right, that's where all of our people for this run, or for this turn, I should say. So, wish us luck with our carnality card. And I'm probably going to end up in a very annoying, event, or I'm probably going to get ours doing a very annoying event with somebody trying to kill, with him being nearly assassinated next turn. Silver. Oops, wrong button. Silver, because my wife is silver. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. So this may devolve into Orgy Town. Let's go. We check out the bathhouse first. That's okay then, although unfortunately there won't be any more tea parties. I suspect that everyone else is scandalized. Well, we'll find out. We got bronze information. Nice. A bronze secret. Very good, very good. People are still willing to come to the house to make us money, and they make us the good money. Excellent. Ah. Recently, several wells in the royal city have suddenly turned bitter, prompting many complaints. The Sultan asks for your opinion. Do we tell him dig new wells? Do we supply water from outside the city? Do we endure it? Or do we investigate the non-bitter water wells? Trav, the stats, please. But everyone else, please feel free to weigh in on your opinion. I would love to have it. Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Thank you for the... You're joining the VIPs. That's awesome. My very important people. All right, let's see. It's, Did I do that right? I don't think I did. Give me a second. Because I cannot do things correctly. There we go. You are now a VIP. Congratulations. I have 4 VIPs in total now? You're dying. Stop dying. That's all the help I can give you, is to tell you to not. Please don't. I would prefer it if my friends are alive and hanging out with me. Pretty please. Yes, I may have decided that taunting people with the impossibility of it was probably mean, and I recalibrated. However, making me stream for 8 hours in a single day, still expensive, because I'm not stupid. 1 insight information in silver for dig new wells, +3 gold for water outside the city, +1 infamy to endure it, and plus notoriety minus influence for investigation. I could afford the minus influence, actually. You just got sick. Most likely bronchitis? No! Okay, Mr. Scrake, 3 things. A, go to a doctor. Because with bronchitis, you're going to need medication. If it's more viral, you'll probably still want medication. You'll probably still want medication to help with the symptoms. 2, hydrate. Pee every hour. I don't care. 3, rest. Please. Take time off work, off school, off whatever you're going on. Give your body time to fight it off. Pretty please. Mr. Scrake is actually usually much better in the health department than our other friend. Plague Dr. Man. Plague Dr. Man's the one who's always sick or injured. Yeah, I knew Baldur's Gate 3 did things a little differently with Booming Blade and a few other niche cantrips. Baldur's Gate 3 actually has cantrips that are bonus action cantrips, which is not in rules as written for the tabletop version, which is dumb in a couple of niche cases, but whatever. That's the only consistency they've ever had. I'm a D&D nerd. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I'm actually going to take the notoriety, because I want the notoriety. The silver inside information is fine, but we can get that from the bathhouse on occasion. More gold is always better, because you always need more gold. Dear gods, do you always need more gold in this game? But I'm trying to avoid infamy, so we will do the investigation again. Why does the well water taste bitter? You sense something is not simple. After investigation, you discover that some well owners deliberately put lime in others' wells. Such despicable tactics have recently doubled their earnings at the cost of bitter-tasting water for the entire city. The issue is resolved, and some people are punished, but since you blocked others' income, it's understandable that they bear grudges. Look, they could have had steady income, but they got greedy. And so they were punished. I am not greedy for wanting more money. I'm trying to survive this fucking game, which is going to require a lot of money. Apparently, evocation potent cantrip affects all save-based cantrips. Wow. That's awesome. I don't know if that works in tabletop games. It might. I would have to see the direct wording of evocation potent, but yeah. You're drinking lots of tea and resting? Good. Like, that's the best help that you can give yourself when you're sick. And you have to do it for long enough that you get restless and a little bit longer. Because your body is fighting it off, and just because you start to feel better does not mean that you have fought it off already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the tabletop version does something very different, but you know. I actually think that the Baldur's Gate 3 version of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is pretty darn solid. And because they had to edit it for video game consistency of the way that type of game works, I feel like in some ways they fixed things that were broken and never useful, and I have to rethink my strategy regularly because things work slightly different. I like it, though. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 in a hot second, but it's a fun game. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? The prison, yes. here we are. You informed the guards of the Sultan's forgiveness. The guard opened the cell door, and the tortured prisoner had no strength to say anything to you. Fearing the Sultan might change his mind, the prisoner's mother, after expressing endless gratitude to you, hurriedly took her son away. We gained renown for saving Quaes. Now he becomes a problem. But that's fine. It's fine. The Sultan is not at court, and still not at court. But the art of relevance, the inner philosophy of things, is mostly universal. You've peered through to deeper mysteries with an upgraded intuition. Ah, the bookstore. We love buying books. Open-minded. All right. Not likely to influence anything. Nope. Absolutely not. That is the problem. Zaki does not have enough of the stats he needs. I forgot about that. It's fine. He was there to buy a book. Ever since we got involved in the Sultan's game, Maggie began hosting tea parties for noblewomen at home. Pretentious play. Most noblewomen have been traded into foolish, vulgar creatures who only know how to compare and pander to power. They are completely out of place with Maggie. You pinned Maggie in full view of everyone. No time left. I must break this carnality card right now. You push the porcelain off the table, letting it shatter on the garden tiles. Maggie barely struggles beyond the initial surprise. She hears the exclamations, screams, and whispers of the noblewomen beside her, hesitates slightly, then embraces your backbone, responding to your passion with her strong legs and slender lips. Because she actually does love us, and we're not bad in bed. The lovemaking continues for quite some time, leaving every participant at the tea party, both nobles and servants, agape with surprise, fear, confusion, and almost fainting, yet no one averts their eyes. Finally, a quick-witted maid brings a blanket between the kisses, which you use to wrap the exhausted Maggie, holding her close as you announce the end of the tea party. And our notoriety rises. Well, that was interesting. And tastefully written, honestly. Very tastefully written. It wasn't the scandal. You won't be getting any more tea parties because you broke the tea equipment. Yeah, it's not the scandal that means that we will be out of people coming for tea. It's that we broke the teapot. Yeah. But actually, very tastefully done. Don't do that with a lower carnality level. Silver equals good, not silver equals not so good. Ah, but what about gold? If we had done that with gold carnality, would it have been better? I'm curious. That night, Aleem bangs on your door. One of my pups hasn't come back. Something's off. He says, his face tight with worry instead of a smile. I need your help. By pups, he means his kids, those little thieves. Clearly, he's heard of your sway in Dark Alley. How do you reply? We only ever accept this, because Aleem is a good person to have. Gold isn't listed. It may not be enough to break one. I actually think that you have to have a gold Maggie to even attempt a gold carnality card for that particular event. And so it's possible that no one's actually tried it yet. It's also possible it's not capable of doing anything. I don't know. Please come with me, Lord Arzu II. For the first time, the old thief shows an expression of gratitude, without a smile or a comical gesture, but instead makes a profound bow to you. Then he walks ahead like an experienced servant guiding his master. Yep, we get to deal with this. Of course, there will never be tea parties again, even though many people were quite looking forward to them. We did get silver inside information and a mark of passion on our wife, which is good for us, actually. We love our passionate Maggie is the best. Alright, the racetrack. A repugnant smell pervades the dog track, with scents of dogs, humans, and the bait rabbits. The air is filled with roaring cheers as people urge the dogs they bet on to perform well, hoping for big winnings. Of course, you could join them, especially with the Sultan card gifting you keen skills in judging both dogs and people. So, Luna starts off strong. She then pulls ahead. Does she win? Let's find out. Oh, heck yeah, she wins. Way ahead of the pack. And we double our money, which is what I wanted. Reading can improve yourself. So Zephyr learned how to be even more sneaky. 2 days later, you heard that a nobleman who was arrested for embezzlement was exonerated. His name was Jawad, and he was known far and wide for his greed and stinginess. You begin to worry whether the promised money would actually arrive. Well, we know that his greed and his stinginess is because he is spoiling his daughter. Habib has hastened to report. As a precaution, you decide to test his cooking skills. He, in good spirits, assures you he will not let Mrs. Maggie down, and intends to impress with all his signature dishes. Of course, the ingredients are on you. Of course, it's our money. Alright, what else has arrived? We get reprobates and refuge has appeared because our reputation in notoriety has risen high enough. So we've got the house occupied by vagrants, nest of decay is still there. At the celebration of Luna's victory, amidst informing you about your winnings, someone approaches. Hey, you love dogs too? Lowering his voice, speaking with noble's tone and respect. I didn't expect it. Turning to him, he smiles, and a black dog with a crescent forehead mark excitedly wags its tail at his feet. Ah, Luna is my dog, he proudly declares, patting its head. Keep your winnings. You've got keen eyes. And we earned support off of Ferris for that, which is good for when he's in court. But time for another card pull. And multiple people want to talk to us. Our wife may, in fact, be a little upset. Stone extravagance. Well, okay. I don't know what I'm going to use it on, but it's fine. So this is where we stand. She really wants me to just, like, power through extravagance right now. You are up to something, bitch, aren't you? I know you're up to something. Alright, we'll play your game for now. Mysterious assistance has arrived! So, apparently, what we need to do is this. Alright, done. Open-minded is wisdom. It takes physique and charisma, though. And you need a point of magic to read it. Yikes. Okay. Zaki has another request for his next step. Who's here? The Cursed? I don't care about you. I mean, we could pick him up, but I don't care. We can also bloodshed card him. So that's fine. Sultan is still out, so we can put some Mystique for upgrade. We do need to do this today. Regardless. Which is sociability and charisma. We don't have any sociability equipment. So Maggie will need to go to that. We could go to that personally, depending. Foreign Merchant is here. Hold on. Let's see here. This is sociability and survival. This is a good charisma ring. And this is physique and charisma, which is also good. Remember when wondering how to get Ferris on your side? Keep going past the races and eventually need to do something with someone else to progress. Stone Carnality with Hadia, Sultan's concubine. Make sure that you have Mahir first, though, or a lot of money to burn. I see. Well, I knew that you could get Ferris on your side by going through the dog race stuff because he loves his dogs, and if you help him with that, he becomes a friend of yours. Of course there are. Nobody is easy. I mean, Nabini is arguably easy, but nobody is actually easy here, so... This is a sociability accessory. I do like this. It's expensive. I don't want to spend that much. I kind of want this amulet, though. So we'll definitely do that, and Anal can pick up the rent, and that will be good. We basically bought this for 2 coins, essentially. And then I'm gonna do the crazy thing of, like, equipping it on her. Or actually, should I equip it on you? Hold on. Oh, he's got that on for book reading purposes. That's right. But I could do this for him. She doesn't really need the charisma or the physique to run my house. Alright, we'll do that. Where do I absolutely need to be in person? Possibly here. Okay. Suitable meal will keep. Nest of Decay will keep for a second. I don't have to do that personally. I just need to send somebody who's good. I absolutely have to do this. So because of that, I need to find out what my wife needs. Hopefully it's not an event. It is, of course, an event. Ah, the special pillow event. But she is not here unless I put her here, and I can wait on this one. Okay. This one, I believe, will roll up again. What does Aziz need? After a charity relief, Aziz slowly walked up to you. I think, Master, if you allow me to, that this time the porridge wasn't tasty. It was astringent. The oats weren't soaked well. I think Inal should be the one making the porridge. The porridge she makes is so delicious that that could make you swallow your tongue. You look at him suspiciously. How do you know that? Aziz stands quietly and calmly in the sun without answering. Still, there's no need to ask, as you can guess, because your household slaves always gather to share dinner. But can you really trust a slave's taste buds? What good food could he have tasted? Oh, we know. We know. But we will let Inal do it, because we're not dumb. Okay. But I've got 3 days to do that. So, technically, we're gonna do this. Food relief will come later. This is what his stats are right now. Physique, charisma, wisdom, and combat are low. The next one will go for, charisma, sociability, or, it's basically the social stats. This doesn't spend time, so we'll just do this. Okay. After the last training, he has determined that you are trustworthy. This time, he has come to you again. You want to hear his other requests. At a certain court meeting, Zaki witnessed your heated debate with the ministers. While recounting it, Zaki's eyes were full of admiration. Can you teach me how you did it? You were intrigued and agreed to his request. So, this is what we have to do. Fen! Welcome in, I adore you, Fen. If you don't know Fenren, she is a streamer and she's amazing. So, please, please, please. Give her a follow, because she's amazing. I don't have any cool, like, shout-out stuff, but she's getting shouted. So, there you go, Fen. Enjoy that. And, for that matter... I'm also gonna shout out Psycho Phoenix, aka PP. in a couple minutes because she's also amazing, and you guys should be following her. She's streaming right now, but she always streams longer than I do, so we might raid her later. Depends. Fen, that's not true. You hold plenty of candlelight in comparison to me, but you are wonderful. So yeah, if you're not following Fen, please do. She's amazing. I don't catch all of her streams, but she is fun. And one of these days, someday, she's gonna remember that I do Palia on Fridays, and she's gonna come join me again. Anyway. Yes, we love and all. She shall cook whatever she likes as often as she likes. Yes, Trav, absolutely. You will someday. Someday. Trav, what are the stats for these 3 options, please? I need to know so that we can make Zeki the best Zeki he can be. Look, Fen, I do it every Friday. You just have to decide that you're gonna stream at the times that I do. Or, I mean, even if you come join me halfway through, like, you don't have to do it immediately the same time I do. You can do it near the end and just continue streaming after that if you want to. Or don't stream. Just come play with me. I don't care, Fen. I just wanna hang out with you. That's all. That's all I wanna do. It's just hang out with my buddy friend who's awesome. And because Fen will join me, I bet you we'll get Dragon and a couple of other people too. And maybe someday we'll even talk PP into it. Wouldn't that be awesome? I've gotten Winter Fairy and Trav to come join me on a fairly regular basis. In fact, I'm the one who got them into the game. But for those of you who don't know, for Palia Friday, it's a free-to-play MMO that I do every Friday just to wind down from the week. Because Sultan's game stresses me out. It's a good stress. I love this game. Don't get me wrong, but it's still stress. So yeah, Fen, sit back, relax, enjoy. Alright, so communication in the court is just sociability, which is one of the most useful skills in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Gossip in the bathhouse is charisma plus a stone intelligence card plus passion if you do it yourself, which means that you can get a little bit spicy with Zeki later. And House of Delights is sociability and charisma, but Mom hates them. Best stats come from the later ones. Mom hates them more, yeah. So you can end up with a weaker Zeki and someone else, or a stronger Zeki but no Mom. I'm actually going to go for communication in the court and not piss off Mom, because Mom is a powerful character and we have books. We have so many books. So yeah, I actually don't mind having Zeki's entire living family hanging out with us, because soon enough, not all of his family is going to be alive, like his uncle. It works for me. Alright, we don't have to do that right away. The only person we got in the prison is this guy, which we don't really care about buying right now. Special pillow can wait. Idol parade. You don't have the physique. You do. You don't have the physique. You do. And I don't have enough people with the right amount of physique. And we do need to do this at some point, but I don't have to send myself. So maybe I'll just send Zephyr and go from there. Okay, so tax for the population system. We are going to try and persuade him, which means we need sociability and charisma, which is either our wife or ourself. We actually have the higher stats because our wife's sociability is low. So we don't have sociability equipment for her. It's fine. She's fine. We can, of course, do this, and it will be just fine, because, like, look at that. It's probably gonna be fine. Alright, so that's our wife. Headless Dragons is done. State is done. Idol Parade, we don't have enough people with high enough physicality to do, nor the books to get us there. At least not yet. We haven't gotten, like, the sociability books. Or the physicality books yet. Okay. Guest house has not sent, but we are now high enough to upgrade it, which may reset it. Here we go. These people will risk everything for you after they've enjoyed your meal, at least until it's digested. We have expanded the guest house, which means that the guest house now has people in it again. Very good, very good. Some rogues and a monk. Ooh. Hold on. Bloop. The guest house. Maggie, get you a monk. Yes. Successfully recruited. So now, when she does this, it's much better. Because she's got this monk backing her up. With some magic. She brought a monk to help with discussions. You need 4 successes on a sociability check. Good luck. Yeah. And remember to console him personally rather than having someone else do it. Yes, we've tried twice with Zeki to, like, explain to him without going personally that his mom is just doing what was best for him, and it has not gone well. I wish I could start sooner. Maybe when my family comes out, they'll hold on to the kiddos. I might... Again, Fen, I don't care if you are there like 5 minutes before I finish streaming. I just want you to come join us sometime. Like, it's not... There's no pressure, my girl. I just hope that you'll come sometime. When, you know, when the planets align, when schedules clean up, you know, when your family or your husband has a Friday off to come handle the kids for you, whatever. I just want to play with you. Or, alternatively, over a weekend sometime, if you just want to play Palia during one of your weekend streams, you can come invite me. I won't go live, but I will definitely come hang out. Yeah, maybe this will be the run. Maybe, Trav. Where's the sexy guy? Trav's up, my dude. Which sexy guy? All of the guys are sexy. All of them. Look at Zeki, cute boy. Aziz, ha ha ha. Like... Even our protagonist is hot mans, but the Sultan is not in court right now, so. Hubby has sadly been deployed the 2nd time this year. Oh no, not again. That's terrible. Okay, so we need Inal and Aziz for this one. That one will wait. That one will wait. Divine Gift isn't a big deal. What else we absolutely have to do? Nest of Decay, I would like to show up personally for. Who's in the bookstore? Jabal's in the bookstore? Okay. He doesn't get sociability until he goes through training. I have a feeling that the next turn we're gonna get hit by the assassin event. I hate the assassin event, honestly. Oh, we can just give him the money for this. Okay, so if that's the case, I should get on this immediately. And then we just need stealth. Why not? We will use Rhythms of Change. Actually, no. We won't use Rhythms of Change because I might need it for the magic. Which else? That's not stealth. That's not stealth. This is stealth. Opportunity is good. We can use opportunity. That will be fine. Look at our stats. We're overdoing it because we want this man's to tell us where the kids are. Give us the kids. Okay. So I have a feeling that main character Arzu is going to be stuck in frickin' event next round. So Zeki can either go to the bookstore and buy another book, He won't be able to influence Jabal because he doesn't have the wisdom or the sociability for it. Or he can go to the bathhouse and get more information. Actually, he's better at the bathhouse, so we'll just send him to the bathhouse and not worry about the bookstore. I love me some books, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright. Here we go. Alright, that's the turn. I think I've covered everything that needs to be covered. And then next turn might get spicy. Or it could be the turn after that, in which case I will be mad. But it's fine. It's fine. No. We could do the extravagance card here. We have to go personally to do the extravagance card, I believe. We could do the vagrants. Alright, well, let's just see what happens. Hi, dragon. Welcome in. So yeah, if you're not following Psycho Phoenix, do that. If you are following Psycho Phoenix, good job. Mahir is again inspired. She touts a new elixir that can grant the body limitless vigor and unleash the deep-seated powers of the soul. It would be groundbreaking achievement if it can actually be made, but the chances sound slim. Mahir's vision persuades you. You give her a significant sponsorship, abundant vigor, eternal life. You long for it, you yearn for it, anxiously awaiting for the day Mahir completes her work. I think 12 successes out of the 5 required is pretty good. You've already followed her, dragon. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. The research progresses smoothly with people's joint effort. Mahir brings you 3 vials of impossibly clear liquid, indistinguishable from water, yet tests reveal a vitality pulsing within. She tells you how these tinctures have saved the dying, halted a plague, reversed the decree of death itself. But they must never meet open flame. The concentrated essence distilled into its purest form would unleash all its energy in an instant. No mortal could withstand the blast. The mage has fucked off. A local official wrote a heartfelt report, painstakingly detailing the ongoing abuse of the tax for population system. Districts failing to meet the Sultan's tax quotas were permitted to substitute slaves as payment, leading to the forced enslavement of civilians and further impoverishing these regions. So we must try to persuade. We've got 13 dice, and we need 3 successes. I think 8 will do. Thank you for the lurk, dragon. This is a tiring debate. You exhaust all efforts to persuade the vizier. You make many promises, mostly about deficits. Perhaps you frantically speak about resolving them later, but after all, the faraway poor would no longer be captured as slaves. So there's fiscal debt and the commoner's approval. We don't gain any of these cards. We're not entirely certain what will happen with these, but our renown has gone up and the monk has fucked off. It's fine. Someone comes to your door claiming to be the owner of the vineyard you attacked that day. He wants to talk. He does not appear to bear you any ill will. This gloomy man is not here to assign blame. He introduces himself as the brother of Lady Fatuna's late husband, and with her husband's sudden passing, the widow has inherited a fortune. These properties shouldn't belong to her. He rubs the ring on his thumb and gives you a meaningful look. He proposes a collaboration. If you, who has Fatuna's trust, tricks her out and kidnap her, afterwards you get half the property, a very generous reward. Greed flares up in your mind. The man narrows his eyes, pleased, and sets a small vial of sleeping draught upon your table. A simple thing for you, isn't it? He coos. She trusts you. And she does. Fatuna trusts you. Oh, how she trusts you. Her conscience stirs uncomfortably, but we get sleeping draught. All right. Although you are hesitating, this hesitation has already betrayed you to the vineyard owner. He smiles and leaves you the drugs, believing you will make a wiser, more beneficial choice. But will you? Will you betray Fatuna? Do we expose the plot to Fatuna, or do we become an accomplice to her kidnapping? That is the question. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you're not following Dragon, because he also streams, you should. He's a pretty good dude, too. He streams mostly horror games, but he also streams along with Psycho Phoenix and Fenren and a bunch of other people who are all kinds of fun. So if you aren't following Dragon, you should. He's fun. He's fun. They're my friends, and he's actually been on stream with me before playing Sunhaven and all kinds of other things. So yeah, check out Dragon. He's a good time. But chat, I need your help. Do we expose the plot, or do we become an accomplice? I have exposed the plot a number of times because I actually enjoy having Fatuna as part of my roster. Both her and her son are fairly useful when it comes to getting things done in my streams, but I leave it up to you whether we try to court her into our following, or whether we do the thing I've not done yet on stream. What do we think, chat? This is also a reminder to have a drink, get a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy your time. You can get a few gold and him as a follower if you do it after all, but exposing him's way better route. Yeah. I agree, Trav. Like, also, she gives a way more gold and has way better stats than that mediocre asshole, because Fatuna is just a better character. Let's be honest. Alright, let's not go with mediocre. Let's just expose the plot. You find Fatuna and inform the poor woman about the plot. Thanks for telling me this. Fatuna presses her lips together and sighs slowly. She actually knows the intentions of the vineyard owner. The man covets her and her wealth. Fatuna despises him, even hates him. Taking a deep breath, she looks straight into your eyes and resolutely says, "Can you kill him for me?" Her tone is calm and restrained, unwilling to show any hint of cowardice. "I'm willing to pay more than whatever he promised you." You agree to her request. Now it is just a matter of waiting for the right time. Alright, to the bathhouse. What news do we get? Ooh, a bronze something. Bronze tactics. Very nice. Alright. Let us see if we make the good money. Oh, heck yeah, we make the good money. They come to see Lady Becky, not for any other reason. A river that flowed through the territories of two nobles suddenly changed its course recently. Now it flows through one noble's land, but hardly through the others. The latter presented this matter to the Sultan, requesting an adjustment of their land borders. He is willing to cede a larger piece of land in exchange for the area where the river flows. The Sultan asked what you think about the matter. Well, Trav, should we respect the river's will? Do we think that people without the river are very pitiful, or shall we leave everything to the blade? Let them fight it out. Please fetch for me the stats behind this event, and chat, feel free to weigh in on your own opinions. I would love to hear from you guys. +1 influence, +1 renown minus influence, or bronze tactics. Trading renown for influence and vice versa does seem common. Yeah, it does. I mean, our renown is pretty low, and I do have pretty high influence. And I'm not worried about having a ton of influence. So I could go for the renown, and it would be helpful to us. Bronze tactics is pretty solid, honestly. But we just got a bronze tactics, so... people without the river are very pitiful. Sure. We'll trade. You trade double the land for a piece of land with a river running through it, thinking this is fair. After all, how can people survive on land without a river? You forced both parties to sign a fair agreement and promised to personally oversee its implementation. Finally, calming things down. The noble is very grateful to you, but his opponent is spreading slander. Well, of course. What a jerk. Sultan is still not seen, but the splendid stories are inevitably wrapped in lies and fabrications, adding an air of mystery and mystique. Yay. You venture into Dark Alley's depths, among rare tall walls and iron gates that withstand soldiers, but still reeks like a dump. Alim's fist is clenched. It's them. They always eye my pups. You ask who they are. The beggars of Dark Alley all obey an old man called Whitebelly, consistently trying to make my boys beggars. This time they outright steal. You recall Dark Alley beggar children, often disfigured, tugging on passerbys' sympathies, and lively, healthy Hymir comes to mind. Action is needed. Oh, we're probably going to open the gate. 20 intelligence wizard with lots of mind flayer powers is amazing. Yeah, Mr. Scrake, it's definitely amazing. A bit dangerous, a bit crazy, but definitely amazing. You are not wrong. Alright. Well, we need 9 success points, not 5. So we're gonna re-roll that shit. And we got 9. Perfect. Mind Blast stuns. Damn. Master Key. There exists a key capable of opening any door. Big enough, thick enough, heavy enough. Wrapped in iron, a log. A wrapped in iron log. Luckily, you're able to wield such a key. We just bashed the dang gate down. Inside, Whitebelly is listening, is knocked off his feet, revealing the ugly white sores on his belly. We need at least 6 successes to continue searching for Hymir. And we got 9, so let's go. Unexpected discovery. This garbage heap harbors numerous small beggars. Most bodies are crippled, some not yet struck. You inspect each, searching for Hymir's trace. Suddenly, Alim snatches something from a small beggar's neck. It's a crude wooden whistle. This belonged to Hymir, handcrafted. That old rascal must have dragged my boy here, forced him to beg, beat him. When Hymir refused, the beatings worsened or maybe killed him, leaving this whistle for others to find. He clutches the whistle tight. Perhaps questioning Whitebelly holds a chance, or slaying him offers Alim relief. Well, that was intense. Habib arrives in the guest house's kitchen, attending to his trusted cookware, sharpening his loyal knives, preparing to face this pre-appointment trial. You grant Habib ample budget. Excitedly seizing the coins, Habib goes to the market, acquiring fresh food without embezzling a single penny. These ingredients showcase his culinary prowess, soon sending enticing aromas of rich, complex dishes over the guest house. Not only is he skilled in creating food, but he's also skilled in buying the ingredients for said delicious food, as well as handling money with care and not with greed. So all of these things are a test. Yeah, we just need to borrow those knives for a moment. Even the clueless help workers, there to earn money with no tasting experience, can't help but salivate. And we get special cuisine. At the end of a weary day, as you're passing through the shadows cast by the Sultan's palace walls, ready to return home, a woman in white stands in your way. Her pale hands and silver hair seem to glow brighter in the darkness, piercing your eyes. Do you need help? She asks with a sense of approval. This is what you deserve. Whether she's merely a mortal hiding her identity or a messenger of divine power, what harm is there in making a request? You want something valuable. The next day, you receive an identical replica wrapped in pristine white linen appearing on your bedroom windowsill with the sunrise. Even the scratches are exactly the same. Do I now have 2 little crocodiles? Oh no, vanity, vanity. Not that bitch. Ugh. Well, I just need a silver bloodshed card. And I have shown myself willing to pull for the card, too. That bitch needs to die. She's so annoying. A plainly dressed man angrily blocks your path. You remember him as the young prisoner you rescued from jail for speaking against the Sultan. During this time out of prison, he has figured out the current situation. You have become a player of the Sultan's game. How can you do this? He appears deeply disappointed. I never thought I was rescued by someone like you. I'd rather go back to prison and wait for that bloodshed card pointed at me. Ha! It's absurd. Trav, you know the drill. But do we grant his wish? Do we say we're not like the Sultan? Or do we say, go away, don't make me curse you? Trying to warn this young youth off of getting himself in a bad situation again. He is an idealistic young man, that's for sure. Silver now or any current... Are you talking about vanity, vanity bitch? Or are you talking about the choices here for Quaes? Aside from the wording, no difference in result aside from being given cash in option 2. I see. I don't necessarily want his cash. Either way, we get his quest events. Okay. I was thinking vanity, vanity. Wording, cash. The wording cash/cash one is Quaes. Okay. So for vanity, vanity, a silver bloodshed card now, or any carnality followed by a silver or bronze bloodshed shortly after. Second option gets you a decent follower, although Maggie's not happy. I see. I suppose we could waste a second silver or lower carnality on her and see what happens. It's not like I've ever done that. Usually I just pull for the bloodshed cards and try to get rid of her. Because she's annoying. Appreciate that, Trav. I am not like the Sultan. Since all options lead to Quaes' quest chain, I am not like the Sultan. We may as well take his money even though we don't want it. He's gonna be that way. You patiently explained to him that you are not like the cruel Sultan. Moreover, it was because you criticized the Sultan that you ended up in this predicament. You are the same kind of person as he is, but the young man's eyes are still full of vigilance and scrutiny. Really? Then you underestimate the power of this game. Let's see how low you will sink. This is all my money. Take it back. We owe each other nothing. You look at the pitifully few gold coins he left behind and smile helplessly. Dude, I paid 10 gold coins for you not because I cared about the money, but because I cared that you didn't need to be punished for for doing exactly what I had done after you. Like, come on, kid. Go live your life. Ugh, he's so annoying. All right. Well, we've got lots of things going on. Let's get organized, shall we? Who needs the charisma? Habib has got pretty decent stats. You don't need the charisma, you need everything else but. You actually do well with this. Object? Okay. Okay. So we have most everyone with us right now. We've not started Note in a Book to get Noffel involved because he just complicates things too quickly, I think. And we do have 2 little crocodiles. Holy shit. That's crazy. But it does mean that one of them can become an eater of evidence, which is definitely something that we can do. And I believe we can do an extravagance card thing for that as well. Okay. So, we're not getting killed yet. I have this extravagance card. Pack of Vicious Dogs, House of Delights, occupied by the vagrants. Still the cursed here. Don't care about you. Okay, food relief I would like to do. So, in all, Aziz and the money that is required, let's go. Street urchins need to be fed. That's fine. This requires us to be here, and it does give physique, which Lumera could really use. Zaki could use it as well. Cat, I don't think even lies. I don't have anything for any of this, so that's just going to tick over. I have to go in person this time. Have to go in person this time. If you use a Sultan's card, you won't be able to present the evidence to him. Might as well get our daughter in on this for some physique, because she's gonna need it. White Valley's got 3. I don't necessarily have to go in person to this one, but I don't have the people I would need for it. And I need to do this with Zeki at some point. Okay, that's fine. Day of Charity is here. And we can actually do this extravagance card, I believe. No, we can't. Bloodshed or Carnality. I wish we could do the extravagance card here, but no. Okay, that's fine. We can do Day of Charity, that's fine. So who is managing the estate today? Habib and Lady Becky, I guess. We'll have to do it. That's fine. Can have that. That's fine. Okay. Idol Parade we're not doing at all, because I just don't have the people for it. Alright, you can go to the bathhouse and possibly get something. Who is in the bookstore? Emaine? zeroed out her opposition. It's unlikely we'll be able to get support from her, but we can at least buy a book. Yeah, we're okay. So far, we're okay. Annette, welcome in. Hail banana indeed. There's a nice horse too, for example, and those lovely earrings. You can duplicate lots of things. Give everyone a crocodile. I don't have the pet slots for giving out crocodiles. Is the problem, Trav. But that event does item duplication. Okay, good to know. It makes me upset that extravagance can't be used for the charity event. Extravagance tends to get me killed more often than not. Yeah, extravagance is tricky. You can get killed over it, but I mean, there are ways of doing it. It's fine. Yeah, it'd be really useful there, but I guess the Sultan doesn't care about spending money on that. No, he does not. Duplicate the whistle, which will give people pet slots. Oh, you're right. I don't have the whistle yet. But you are correct, Trav. I will do that. Then I can give more people freaking pet slots. You're genius. Sultan just wants us to suffer and struggle. Yes, he is. The Sultan is not a nice man. All he wants is suffering and struggle. But here's the thing, though, you guys. Onette has come in, and that means that I have somebody else to shout out. Because Tanya von Onette does stream, and she is lovely, so please support. If you're not following them, you should. I'm trying to be better about my shoutouts, Onette. I'm very trying. I'm stupid about them most of the time, and I don't have any mods to do them for me, so I'm trying to be better about them. But you are a friend, and your streams are great, and so I'm gonna support. Because I support my friends here, even the ones who don't stream, just because they're wonderful people. So, you know, I'm always helping Mr. Scrake out with D&D questions and enjoying when he lets me know what he's been doing in the games he's been playing. And everybody who follows me is my friend, even the bots. I'm friends with probably a good 100 bots at this point. They're not very nice about their friendship, but they are there. What is stream? Dragon, don't be silly. You stream. You just don't stream regularly like me. It's fine. Anyway, let's figure out what I'm doing in this game. Liar. Okay, we've run out of people. I think we're in a good place. I don't need to do anything else. Idle Parade's gonna go away. It will come back around with a different stat. A stream is a small area of running water. Yeah, see? Or there's also the stream of stream of. Oh my god, words. What are they? Do I know them? I don't know. Stream of thought. There we go. Where you just have many thoughts all in a row, which is generally where I am wandering about in. Consciousness. Thank you, Trav. Yes. Onette, Trav, you guys understood my brain just kind of cut out in the center of that. Like, language didn't exist for a moment. I glitch. My brain is glitchy. It's twitchy and glitchy, but we're gonna try and not die in Sultan's game. So here we go. I'm just waiting for Jawad's assassin to come, essentially. Without your help, the church functioned as usual. You only missed the chance to gain their favor. I've never managed to gain their favor. It comes up at a bad time. I never have the enough stats on the right people, and it's whatever. I'm not gonna feel bad about this. Again, the hungry poor squeeze outside the tent, waiting for your alms. Following Aziz's advice, you entrust today's porridge to Anal. It is Anal's first time handling such an important task. She was so excited that her face turned red, getting up before dawn to cook the day's porridge, monitoring the heat and stirring nonstop, believing that only this way can draw out the natural sweetness of the wheat. It tastes much better, even without expensive sugar. She is right. Smacking sounds gradually raise among the crowd. The porridge is delicious. People praise it as they've never tasted such good porridge. Hearing that, Anal proudly lifts her head before shyly lowering it again. She gets charisma and piety from this. But just at this moment, a commotion arises in the crowd. We need at least 2 successes, but I assure you Aziz is on it. Bitch never had a chance. Aziz and Anal accurately find the source of the disorder. It was a tall old man who seemed to have been a mercenary in the past, covered in scars. Aziz walked over, pinning him to the ground with absolute force before he could react. No matter how he struggled or begged for mercy, the silent giant slave would not let go. Finally, he tearfully admitted he was sent by the original person in charge to cause trouble, as he couldn't stand being overshadowed by a mere female slave. Look, Anal is no mere female slave. That woman is loyalty and sweetness in a package. No one should ever say otherwise. And I ship Anal and Aziz like 100%. A hydrate? I see. Thank you, Dragon, for the hydrate. Water is good. Mostly because I'm out of coffee. Loyalty and sweetness all in one sounds like a golden retriever. She's more like, I wouldn't say a golden retriever. Aziz is more golden retriever. But Anal is definitely more like, she's like a Pomeranian, really. She's a Pomeranian. Although, not the ones that yap. The Pomeranians who are just chill. I don't know much about dogs, to be fair. I have a phobia of them. I mean, that's fair. Oh no, that's fair. The cat version of Anal would be, I think, the ragdoll cat. The one that just, like, as soon as you pick them up, they're just a snuggly, like, limp thing that just loves and purrs. It's essentially Anal's cat version. Aziz is more the scarred, you know, alley cat who eats at your porch and is very protective of your property, but isn't really yours. Living plushie, yeah. Indeed. Thinking about learning a new speedrun, but it will be my hardest one to learn yet. I think she might be more of a guinea pig, not sure why. I mean, guinea pigs are very cute, yeah. But yeah. But regardless, he probably won't dare cause any more mischief. No one else was hurt, and no one else dared to mess around. We got renown. We got renown. What speedrun are you going to try and learn, Dragon? I want to know. What's at the bathhouse? Did we get anything? We got bronze something. Bronze inside information. Nice. Alright. Come to the estate. Make us money. Oh, we made good money too. Wasn't even the usual people and we still made... Well, that's not true. Lady Becky, always. You're thinking about learning Final Fantasy VI? Oh, good luck with that, Dragon. That's a lot to remember. And I do mean a lot. That game is not small. I mean, granted, you've done, speedruns for long games before. So it's not like you can't do them. It's just, that's a lot to remember. Final Fantasy VI is pretty hardcore, I'm not gonna lie. But if you are down to learn it, let's go. Ooh, we got double money because it's been 3 turns. Let's go. Love it when we make money. Lady Becky, best card in the game. As soon as you can spend the fate points on Lady Becky, go do it. I recommend this so much. The Sultan has returned to his loyal court. Forgiven value of loyalty. Yeah, you've done Kingdom Hearts. You want to do 6 because it's your favorite one? Wow, you like Final Fantasy VI over Final Fantasy VII, which is considered to be the most beloved Final Fantasy game ever? I do mean ever. You're tired? Onette, when was the last time you ate something or slept? These are two factors that are probably why you're tired. I know that you've been on a journey of medication, but food and sleep are very important too. Kefka, you like Kefka? He is a good character. He is a good character. I have played Final Fantasy VI. I've not ever completed it because I was playing it at a friend's house, so I haven't ever owned it. I know that you can get it easily, but I don't really do retro games here on my stream, and that's when I have time to play long games, so. But yeah, Final Fantasy VI is it is very well thought of, but like, fan-wise, Final Fantasy VII is the most beloved Final Fantasy, but I think 6 is a close second, as well as 9, interestingly enough. I just ate like an hour ago and slept this morning. I'm feeling better from my meds, but my mental health took a hit today, which makes me feel tired. Final Fantasy X is your favorite? I enjoyed Final Fantasy X. I actually did finish Final Fantasy X back in the day when I was a housewife. And that one was fun. 10-2, however, has been forever marred because somebody overwrote my save. I was very excited for 10-2, and then my save got overwritten by one of the other people who were living in my apartment at the time, and I have never gone back. I was devastated. I'm gonna be hated by everyone, but Kefka was a much better thought-out villain than Sephiroth. I'd rather go with the killer crown than the whiny emo kid. Dragon, I am actually not even going to argue with you with that one, because I feel like you are correct. Kefka is much better written than Sephiroth. Sephiroth is such a whiny emo kid, but the reason why Final Fantasy VII is so beloved is not because of Sephiroth, although he's a emo hottie. It's because of Cloud, surprisingly. I know, weird. X2 is weird. It is weird, Tanya. I actually kind of enjoyed that they took a left at Albuquerque and decided to do something crazy. But unfortunately, it's forever ruined for me because I had gotten like a good 4 hours into the game after having been so excited that it came out just to have fun with characters I'd fallen in love with from Final Fantasy X, and then to have my stupid roommate overwrite my save by accident. I can never go back. I just can't. I was devastated. I cried. I was like, I can't. 10 and 14 are the only ones which story I spoke English for, so the most part I'm talking gameplay and excluding 14 because of how different it is. I mean, the Final Fantasy games as a series, the original intent of them was to always push what a roleplay game could be, to never do anything really twice. So that's why especially the early games that are now the classics, you know, you never had really the same world, you never had the same world building, you never had the same cast of characters. X2 was the first time they'd ever done a sequel to any of the games. You know, they were always trying to push the forefront of what a roleplay game could be. And then they've changed directions since then. Now they've got 2 MMOs under their belts that both did very well for their era. Final Fantasy XI I played extensively. Never quite got to endgame or anything like that, but I did enjoy the hell out of that game until I could not afford to play it anymore. And now they have Final Fantasy XIV, which is kind of the MMO to be in right now, like even over World of Warcraft, which held the title as the king of MMOs for a very long time. So it's interesting. Dragon, it's definitely Aerith is a major part of it, but like the people love Cloud. The people love Cloud. I don't know what to tell you, Dragon. Ugh. They love Cloud and Aerith together, most of all. Broccoli, welcome in. Yeah. I'm a big old geek and nerd, so I talk about all the things. So, but yeah, so just Final Fantasy is a series is an ever evolving evolution of what a JRPG or an RPG in general video game can be, and they're always trying to push the limits of what is of what the tropes are for it, and are always trying to change it up. Even in their failures, they have always done something new that made the whole rest of the gaming industry who build RPGs change their mind and shift directions. So that's the reason why Final Fantasy games are so beloved in general, even if it's 7, which is the peak that they keep remaking because of it. Legend of the Dragoon, that's a pretty good one, actually. I've heard of that one. I've not played it, but I've heard that it was very good. Unfortunately, I don't have time for long games like that anymore unless I'm streaming them. So, speaking of which, let's get back to Sultan's game. Whitebelly's subordinates are not just Hamir. They're a large group of kids, some missing arms, legs, ears, eyes, but each with a mouth. You have killed the person who once enslaved them, and something like hope now rises in their hearts. Specifically, most of them just want to eat a full meal. Well, we haven't killed Whitebelly yet, but we will. We definitely will. So we are feeding the orphans. You buy up almost all the flatbread and grilled meat in the dark alley, quickly arranging for clean well water to be brought before anyone chokes. Some kind people even bring some porridge and cheese, all of which vanishes into the street kids' stomachs like a whirlwind. Whitebelly used to be a force to reckon with in Dark Alley. Many people came specifically to watch these disabled children eat, praising your generosity and kindness, though plenty mock your foolishness too. When the last street urchin eats their fill, sprawled out on the ground, the crowd laughs and disperses. As you plan your next move, Aleem discreetly slips a wad of money into your pocket. I picked it up from everyone, he winks at you. Consider it their tip for watching the show, right? He puts a finger to his lips in a hushing gesture and disappears into the crowd. So not only did we get paid for feeding the street urchins, but we got renown as well. 9 is your favorite, by the way? That's awesome. I enjoy 14. I preferred that to 11. I understand why some people enjoy 14 over 11. I actually enjoyed 11 because of my specific experience with it, and it's because that I played with the Japanese players most of the time. The Japanese players appreciate consistency, competence, and efficiency, and so because I always tried to be the best at whatever class mixes I was running to be good at them, specifically, it was great. But like, I know this has changed since then because now, 11 is barely being run anymore, and it's now like all personal servers and stuff, the way MMOs kind of fall out of favor. But before, you had to be in a group. You could not level without being in a 5-man team. So you were forced to learn how to work together or just get killed all the time. So to some extent, you had to figure out how to work with whoever happened to be on. And the American players were always very aggressively assholes. If you made even one single mistake, they would turn on you in a second and your entire group would fall apart. But the Japanese people would just press you to get better. As much as they were still very competitive, don't get me wrong, they were actually much kinder about it. Even though there was a language gap, they would try to set you up for success every time. And so the fun thing is that the way they had their macro system, you could do fun things where even if you couldn't understand what was manually typed in, the skills and abilities that you were using, you basically clicked them in so that they would always be available in whichever language you were using to know what people were doing. So you would just set up your macros properly so that when you were in battle, people knew what was going on, even if you got some flavor text in the midst of it. And that is all I needed to play with very competent Japanese players in Final Fantasy XI, and I loved it. I don't know if Final Fantasy XIV has the same because I've not played it. I don't have the money to do it, but it was, you know, it was interesting, the cultural difference between the very aggressively asshole American players and the far more polite Japanese players who just needed you to be competent. That's my experience. Anyway. Habib proved his culinary skills. Look at these hopeless guys surrounding your kitchen. Were it not for you standing at the doorway, they'd have rushed to grab the food already. You smile, signaling everyone that they can start eating. You and Maggie attend together. Seeing you two, everyone immediately becomes reserved. They've never dined with a noble lord and lady before. Habib serves you first, then sternly distributes the food to everyone else, his preferential treatment causing Maggie to purse her lips in amusement. In appreciation of her smile, you order some money to buy everyone drinks, with a bottle set aside especially for Habib. For a moment, everyone praises your generosity. The special cuisine is used up, and everyone who ate it got physique, and I gained notoriety, which is good. Ah, the bookstore. We got the 60 Rules for Life as a book. Excellent. Someone suggested us to do public relief, and of course we did it. We get piety on our pure thoughts and renown, which is all good. Alright, what else has popped up? The Sultan has returned to his loyal palace, and we finally got the stupid assassination event, which bothers me. Alright, the Hamara brothers are here. We can ignore that. Your deeds have gained true faith's favor. Pray, miracles may arise. Okay. Yeah! Too many things are happening! We don't need to give Book Girl some armor to stop her from dying from penalties this time around. Indeed. I happened to have the armor at the same time that she went physicality 0. So it did save her life. Because every end of day that somebody has a 0 in that particular stat is a chance for them to get sick or injured. And I was like, no, not my genius girl. Day at the guest house. Habib caught crouched. Okay, this one has been badly translated, so let me flavor it up for you guys in some actual reasonable English. One day at the guest house, Habib is caught crouched by the slop bucket. He is startled upon approach and wipes his palms meticulously, explaining, "Master, the guest house is thriving but on raised ingredients, but it is also creating scraps in volume, and disposing them seems senseless." Fiddling with his clothing hem, he nervously meets your stare. Do we ask him how to repurpose it, or do we say there is no need to deal with the scraps, to just toss them out? So essentially it is, do we allow Habib to do what he will with the scraps from the guest house, or do we tell him just throw out the scraps, they're unnecessary, we do not need to recycle them? What does chat feel like in this moment? No waste. Also, it makes the people happier, which means less chance of them sneaking in at night and murdering us in our beds. I mean, there is that. There is a reason why we are courting notoriety, and it's so that we are so beloved by the people and the criminals and the mercenaries that they don't want us dead. Alright. Even scraps are better than the mud-laden gruel of shack dwellers, and the nod grants him leave to prepare meals using these materials, which fully emerges for more work. Alright. We got things going on. Let's get... And we got people who want to talk. Let's get organized and figure out where we're at. You have Jasmine on you, which is fine. Zaki wishes to speak with us. Also fine. Lumera is not stuck with Mahir, so I really need her to start reading more magic books. What is this? This is sociability. Who needs it? My wife needs it. Inal has a couple. Zephyr has none. Aziz... Zeki could use it. I have other ways to give him stuff. I just need sociability items, honestly. You're not refreshed yet. Batuna is at court. She is technically support, so she is zeroing herself out, actually. So we're gonna send the cat to court. That will just give us all the things we want. Alright. This is reset a Sultan card. You have 3 chances. Okay. We need somebody to settle the crowd with strength and charisma. Okay. This is already stolen the coins, so I don't care about that. That's fine. This is, don't die. We could do money, but we're not gonna do money. We're gonna do... survival. Special pillow is gone. I would have loved to do this, but it's not that big deal. I don't think that anything bad happens if I let that run out. We don't have the bookstore anymore, so we can hunt more books through this, but I can let this go. The Hamar brothers will roll around again. The dogs will roll around again. White Belly does need to be done in person, but I'm currently being targeted by an assassin. Habib used food waste. No, he used leftovers cut to make marvelous mush, which is now more popular than the main dishes. It gives physique. Who needs physique? Zeki needs physique. And Zephyr needs physique. Lumera's okay. She needs to read books. Habib is okay. Inal has the house. So let's find out what these two require. Hopefully it's events, not things, but here we go. Okay. Zeki came to you alone, thoughtfully asking if all good deeds are rewarded in turn. He looked a bit apprehensive, not knowing if he admired your kindness or pitied your suffering. Do we say not necessarily, or they certainly will? Trav, if you could hunt up the stats on this, that would be great. Yep, we're pushing to reach 20 notoriety because that's going to be useful for our guest house. Indeed. If we hit 5, we can upgrade it to level 2. We need 20 for the 4th. Yeah, we've already upgraded it once because we're at 7, so I upgraded it once. So it's on the 2nd level. We need 10 for the next, 15 for the 3rd, 20 for the 4th. So we are kind of chasing notoriety as much as we can to raise it. We've already hit 20 plus influence before to get that
to get those fate points. We've hit 20 plus renown before to get those fate points. We have never gotten any above, I think, 4 or 5 infamy, and I'm not doing an infamy run, so we have not hit high enough insight either, although we've gotten it pretty high before. One silver secret and bond of fate, 2 plus 2 wisdom equipment, and later, if mom likes his education, plus 3 coins. Ooh. The bond of fate is far more useful than the coins and the equipment, I'm gonna be honest, because it's really hard to get established bonds of fate. I don't know all the many ways, but if you have enough people with a bond of fate, you can escape from the Sultan's game with them. So we're just gonna go for that. You told the young man that when you do good deeds, you never expect a return from others, but that doesn't mean you don't need a return. I actually think it shouldn't be needed, it should be you don't get a return. He apologized for his dullness and hoped you could explain further. You don't have to repay my kindness, you should pass it on to others, and thus goodwill will ripple around us like a stone, causing ripples in the water. In the end, these ripples will always come back to me, not from you, not from him, perhaps not from anyone I know, because the world has changed because of our good deeds, and I will eventually benefit from it. He looked at you with wide eyes, and after a long time, he knelt down before you, swearing to follow you for life. You could tell that your words benefited him greatly. Yeah. Because the stuff and the gold you can get from elsewhere, but bonds of fate, hard to get. So now we have bond of fate with 2 people. Assuming they both survive, we're pretty good. Okay. Let's see what Aziz needs. Passing by the slaves' banquet, you notice the lunchbox. This is how you open up Aziz making lunchboxes, which I may not pursue that much this time. It's not the style you provide for the slaves, but a lunchbox made from hollowed out white stone. Seeing you notice him, Aziz stands up and greets you. If you allow it, I could introduce my lunchbox master, he tells you. It's made from a kind of refractory stone used for fixing stoves. It cools food slower when stored, making it taste better, and if you store leftovers inside, covered, they keep longer. You take the lunchbox and scrutinize it. Although it's covered in indelible grease stains, the meal box indeed has a unique feel to it. It's a good thing. So, the lunchboxes gave us decent money, but they tied him up a lot. If we can't afford it, he's probably more useful elsewhere. Exactly. I could say I want his. I could have him make more and then just ignore it. Or I could accuse him, how dare you steal my stone? What do the options give me, Trav? Let's consider our options here. What is useful, what isn't? Option 3 is just bad. Minus renown, and it's not like he's going to be happy. Option 2, you know, nobody seems to know much about option 1 other than it'll cost you gold. Okay, option 2 it is. So this event comes up. He asked him if more lunchboxes could be made, if materials were available. Aziz pondered slowly and then nodded. Summon the house servant in charge of the storeroom, provide Aziz with some materials. Still focusing on making lunchboxes meant Aziz could not do any other work. Which is the problem. Will this roll up again if we just let it time out? -1 gold and +1 lunchbox or something like that? Yeah. It's not that big a deal. Okay. Zephyr. Definitely. So we're gonna have... Hold on. He's definitely going to deal with that. There we go. That will handle that. They need sociability. That's the problem here. Okay. Free feast will wait for a hot second. I can't do white belly because I need to go in person. We're not taking this cursed. The book hunt will roll back up. That's fine. I was hoping to get to special pillow, but hopefully that will roll back up. I'm pretty sure it does. Alright, so... let us get our girl dealing with the estate. Lumera can read a book. Yeah. While we're waiting on Mahir to show up. Learn you some magic, girl. You are my magic girl. It's just a very good attire, honestly. So it does physique in combat. It's an attire. What, you don't have an attire, so we're gonna throw this on you. And that gets him in a place where good things... His attire might shift when I get the stealth attire, but that's okay. Okay. My wife will be going to the bathhouse. We have this extravagance card, which I kind of want to use on the dogs. We need physique and combat. There, that might do this. And I actually might get us dogs, so... They were better as income than as items, if you get my meaning. Yeah, no, I get your meaning, Trav. Hello, Cargolder. Welcome in. Thank you for the hello. Let me know what you'd prefer me to call you and what your pronouns are. And sit back, relax, enjoy. This is lurk friendly, so you're welcome to lurk. But I'm Mayrin Althea Topher, or May, as all my friends call me. And if you're following me, you're now my friend, so welcome in. We're playing Sultan's game by Double Cross Studios, and it's fun, but I'm bad at it. So here we go. I think this should be okay with the pack of vicious dogs. We'll get that extravagance done. I could also have done the Vagrant's House, but maybe I want a higher level of extravagance card. The bronze tier one that I think I still have left. Let me check. Yeah, I still have a bronze. So this will be the last of the stone. And then all we will have is the high tier extravagance cards, which are kind of a problem. RNG wise, it's going to be bloodshed and carnality. It's going to show up a lot. Conquest is going to, I mean, conquest is conquest. It's fine. We're not in a bad place. All things. This is my 4th run and it's not a terrible time. I've got lots of things to use conquest cards on, so we're just trying to figure out what to do with Habib, really. He might just be chilling like a villain, honestly. Free feast, we don't have the correct people of sociability for. They're all tied up elsewhere, including myself. I'm being assassinated. This assassin's not gonna win, but it's funny. Yeah, I don't think I really have anywhere to send him unless I send him on this book hunt, which is wisdom and survivability. He's got some wisdom, but no survival. So, do I care about the books that much? No. I think I'm okay on that. Maybe we should make him read a book. What the book? What the book? Give him a bit more charisma. Maybe, well, he can't read this survival book. This is a sociability book. We could give him more sociability. I'm actually saving that for somebody else who's currently tied up. Combat and physique. Our dear Habib. It wouldn't do badly for him. This is going to severe at some point. He has the wisdom for this survival. That might be good for him. Encyclopedia of Flora and Fauna. He can figure out what's edible. Yeah, we'll do that. He can read that book. Okay, cool. He's gonna read a book. Good, good. Here we go. Alright, that takes care of all of our people. We're close to broke, but not broke yet. We've got things going on, and let's hope that we don't die. Anyway, let's go. The celestial globe rolled slowly, and on a light sheet of copper with steel needles and rollers indicate shapes were embossed. Intricate shapes were embossed. I can read, I promise. Ones of what might be traces of truth or the trajectories of destiny. You were looking for more content on this game. It got me hooked, and I found your previous videos. I watched your first run. So yeah, I played the demo when the demo was live. I waited till the game fully came out before I started to stream it. So I'm glad that you found me over on YouTube. Interestingly enough, lots of people have, because apparently this game is not getting enough love and attention, and it deserves it. Now, the English translation of the game is good. It's not fantastic, but it is good. If you can parse out the parts that are badly translated, or I should say more directly translated rather than translated well, this game is amazing. And they're improving their translations all the time, so We get regular updates in this game that improves gameplay, translations, adds content. I really love Sultan's game. I'm hooked, as you can tell. But the playlists are there for you, and even this session will end up in the VODs as well, because that's just where I put them. But I'm glad that you're enjoying, so welcome in. Anyways, we get the trajectory of time. The Aether Balancer of the Celestial Globe will automatically synchronize the most noteworthy celestial phenomenon. This means the star formations that most strongly influence magic and fate are also the ones easiest to observe. You drove out those criminals, but your ambitious attitude awakens some people's ambitions. Well, they can be ambitious, I suppose. It's not my problem. It might become my problem, but it's not yet. A pack of wild dogs rampages through the slums, attacking lone passers-by. Some drunks were even devoured in their sleep, losing their lives. They severely impact the safety of the city. The security team has tried multiple times to catch them, but failed each time. To catch these beasts who have grown wisdom in order to survive, special measures must be necessary. To exterminate them, first strengthen their virility. You announce loudly that eating the members of dogs can make a man never lose his vigor. Because your task of indulging carnality has become so burdensome, you offer to buy all dogs 10 silver coins each, along with their subcutaneous fat that can cure baldness. Soon you had to stop this hunt, as wild dogs outside the city had vanished, and there were barely any domestic dogs left alive. Really? Virility? One rare occasion sees the Sultan curiously observe you in court, trying to discern if it's a trick or truly effective. Either way, the extravagance of it. Well, I was hoping to get a dog, but no, I just got them hunted to extinction. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. I hadn't tried that before. It works. In the bathhouse. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't get some good information. Oh man, we got some silver something. Silver Mystique. Nice. And more events. And something noteworthy. Someone presented a popular booklet from the market which told a legendary love story between a king and a fallen princess. In the story, the princess, having lost her country, has to work as a washerwoman. She meets the handsome monarch by the river while washing clothes, and the two overcome many difficulties to find happiness. The Sultan asked what you think of the matter. I'm here currently working on Dia's Go Live bot. I will say you won't have to post your link in here in her server anymore. It will do it for you. Oh, thank you, Dragon. That's one less thing I gotta keep track of. That makes me happy. I appreciate you, Dragon. We still need to get her her Discord server organized. Oh boy. But, Trav, you know the drill, because you've been looking up information for me all day, and like a very good person, and I appreciate you muchly for your thing. But what do these options give us? It's a praise to the Sultan, gives us gold. Yes. Slander against the Sultan has us trade renown for influence. Women's pastime is +1 renown. Renown is good, but it's a dickish thing to say. It is. It is. I kind of do want to get my renown up. I'm not going to trade influence for it. Definitely not slander against the Sultan. The gold, however, might be more useful in this moment because I'm low. I don't know. I'm getting renown through the charities days, the day of charity anyway, so it's not like my renown isn't building. We do, you know, I'm a tech guy in her server pretty much when it comes to Discord. Yep, I'm aware. I just haven't caught her in a time when I can be like, hey, can we talk about your Discord and like organizing and like maybe renaming things? Because like categories are really, really useful. But you know me, Dragon, it's just been timing and I've been busy. Take the gold and use it to upgrade your guest house. Okay. I'll do that. Praise be to the Sultan. You emphasize the description of the king character in the book. Handsome, strong, robust. Doesn't this perfectly resemble the real Sultan? All the young girls see the Sultan as their dream lover. Isn't that natural? Listening to your explanation, the Sultan smiled and never mentioned this trivial matter again. As you were leaving the palace, a merchant reeking of ink waited for you at the door. He handed you a heavy bag and thanked you profusely. Yep. That worked out. People still come to our house and make us money. And the good money is made. Heck yeah. Love it. She's been working a lot lately, so I've been working on it for her. That's fair. Everybody gotta make money somehow. This is how I make it. Dia makes it other ways. Going to court. We are definitely getting some inside information because we have more support than opposition happening at the court because our cat is amazing. First point of fatigue on the Sultan now that he's back at court. And Lady Becky gets rewarded just for showing up because this cat is the best cat in the world. I love this cat. I'm a cat person. I can't help it. The guest house is bustling with many people. Many who aren't even here to help have blended into the meal line, waiting to taste Habib's cooking. Very soon, the anxious crowd will drag them out of line, and a quarrel quickly escalates, and a brawl is imminent. You let Habib bring out a double portion of food, also warning everyone not to disrupt the queue. Causing trouble meant putting an empty bowl. Thus, the aroma of the food, everyone forgot their prior anger and rage. And Aziz got physique because Aziz is awesome. He showed them. I've been attacked by a lurking assassin. I must prepare for battle. I need 1 success to survive. He only had 3 stealth to combat my everything. Yeah, I don't think he's surviving this. You dodge his first attack. The blade grazes your wrist, reflecting a ghostly blue moonlight. This is a poison-coated dagger. Having missed the first strike, the assassin turns to flee, and you do not pursue. He's simply a tool, but who wants you dead? What secret have you uncovered lately? You know, the amount of money Fawad spent on that assassin, that assassin to just fail at the job, he could have just given to me and been in a much better position. Dumbass. These little beggars have latched onto you. They eat like there's no tomorrow. But once you play the good guy, everyone expects you to keep it up. Before they eat you out of house and home, hurry to find them a way out. Today is a hopeful day. Every hungry mouth gets fed without hurting your anything but your wallet. Reading can improve you. So our girl learns magic. Lumera is thoughtful. Reading can improve other people too. So Habib learns survival skills. Alright, what else rolls up? Zaki wants to talk to us. Lumera wants to talk to us. A maid takes a great risk to ask for your help. This is the beginning of Quais's questline. The mistress of her lord, a tax collector, went back to her hometown with her child some time ago and never returned. After a brief investigation, her hometown people claimed that they had never seen her. The official handling the case thus ruled the tax collector murdered her to get her dowry and fabricated her disappearance. But the maid insists her master would never do such a thing. He and his wife had always been very loving. She heard you are a rare kind of noble and plucks up the courage to seek your help to find out the truth. PP, welcome! Thank you for refreshing your lurk. I know that you are enjoying your own stream at the moment, but she's come here to say hi. So Trav, we know that the you and your master kind of shuts down this whole quest line. What did the rest of these things do? Give me the stats so I can find my way to get Quais. We have not managed to court him into our followership yet in our runs, so we may as well pursue the man. At least a little bit. So number 1 is start the investigation quest line. Number 2, the event repeats later and you get more money. Interesting. Number 3 is +1 notoriety. Number 4 is nothing. Bear in mind that option 3, while giving notoriety, doesn't start the investigation. So really options 1 or 2. All right, so do we want to start the investigation in earnest, or do we want to get more money out of it? Weigh in, chat. Which would we prefer? Find out the truth or not my concern? Because if it's not my concern, we just delay this quest option. We have to pursue the quest to court Quaes as a follower, because in pursuing the quest, we proved to him that we are precisely what we told him we are. Not like the Sultan. Not being corrupted by the game. Trying to be a good person in shit situation. Not sure if there's any negatives to delaying it. Could be. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could just be that the negative is the timing of other things is fucked. I don't know. But I would love to hear what chat thinks that I should do. Our Sultan's card right now is about to be drawn. We are... The end of day broke a stone extravagance card, so we don't know what's coming. We're not sure what's gonna roll up next. We're in between cards at the moment. I do want, if possible, less risk. We do need more minions, though. I mean, it takes a while to gain Quaes, regardless, because we have to get through the whole quest line, and the timing is always a problem. But okay, we will just simply find out the truth if you feel that that's the best bet. If what she says is true, then it is indeed suspicious. You can't bear to see an upright person wrong. So after contemplating for a moment, you promise the maid that you will help find out the truth. More that investigations cost manpower. Yeah. So we are about to roll up what card we have next. What is it? Green bloodshed. Okay. Okay. We can live with that. Nothing wrong with more minions. Yeah. We may have... So that means with this being the next green bloodshed card, that means that we have weighted ourselves to higher levels of bloodshed rolling up more likely than the lower levels, which is annoying. We only have fairly high extravagances left, but I think the magician's going to cool it on extravagance in favor of something else, probably bloodshed. That's just my luck. Carnality is weighted pretty heavily as well. We didn't get carnality this time, but that's fine. And conquest will be if she's feeling generous. We actually have more lower end of conquest than higher end available, which is good. We're more likely to get lower level carnalities than higher level carnalities at this point, which is also good. But the bloodshed is weighted the other way around, so kind of annoying. We're not in a bad spot. It's just interesting, and knowing my ridiculous luck is the thing. The observatory is ready to just tick over again. So we're just gonna set it. Equipment merchant has changed. Ooh. We needed this for something last run and didn't have it available. So I kind of want to buy it right now. I have the money for it, but I may need it in other places. We also have the magic attire and one of the decent... Technically, we have both the ranged weapons available this round. We got time on that. White Belly, I have to go in person. What else? Vanity, I have to go in person, but not yet. I could use this bloodshed card on her. I would prefer the silver one. Field investigation, I need just somebody with survival. So it will last for a while, so I must decide who I'm missing for a while. Okay. Book hunt is the wisdom survival book hunt, so they're going to the slums, I believe. Outside the city. Basically the slums. And then Free Feast also requires sociability as well. Who's at court? Quaeus is at court. And he actually has a point of support for us, even though he's mad at us right now. Oh, that's so funny. You're such a ridiculous man. Lady Becky, go sort him out. For the best. In all, please take care of the house. My good woman. Fratricide is coming up. I have the bloodshed card I need for this one. So actually, we're in a good place, but I don't have to go in person. Okay. Okay. Sociability 4. Sociability not enough. Am I the high sociability person, or is it just... Yeah, I think I'm the high sociability person, which is a problem. What do you need, Zaki? Zaki came to visit you this morning with excitement all over his face, telling you that he had heard people talking about you everywhere. In the tavern, in the palace, in the bathhouse, everywhere. So what, you casually told him. Only words from truly valuable and meaningful people are worth listening to. Listening to your words, his face suddenly turned red. His embarrassed look stirred something in your heart, and a bold thought entered your mind. Should you take the time to invite him to the bathhouse? He admires you so much. You could have some deeper communication. This is how you can get marks of passion on Zaki, that you can cheat on your wife. So we could invite him and then ignore it. Nothing bad happens from that. We did that last time. Or we could be like, hey kid, this is a little inappropriate for you to be in love with me because I'm married. We do not like to upset the goddess that is our wife. Just saying. I also have an ad break right now. So I'm so sorry. I really at some point need to have warnings about those go. Need to set up some things in my chat, I think. I just haven't done it yet. Indeed, Trav, indeed. But the bronze bloodshed works on Fatuna's brother-in-law, so I'm not worried about it. I do need to start being concerned about Vanity here in the near future, but so far we're okay. So, chat, do we invite him or is this inappropriate? Do we want to carnality Zeki, or do we just like, nah, kid, you're fine? What do we want to do, chat? Let me know. And Trav, you know, whatever information we have would be great. Probably inappropriate. If anything happens, Maggie might not be delighted. True. We do love our wife. Yes, we found the whistle. I'm doing the white belly today because I have to go in person. We're just doing other things before we set that up. But thank you, Rukavi, for asking. Yes, I do have the whistle. We're not going to use a Sultan card on him because we don't need to. We will go find Hymir. It's okay. I have it in hand, I promise. We're actually just trying to figure out whether we want Zeki to be into us or not. Alright, we'll go with the this is inappropriate, kid. Don't be in love with me. I'm married. Seduce your protege, yes, no? No. You are his teacher, and he is at the age where he needs guidance. How could you go against your morals and lead him astray? You quickly dismissed this inappropriate thought and sternly admonished him. Zeki, not knowing what he did wrong, left feeling aggrieved, and you breathed a sigh of relief. And somehow gained renown from that. I don't know how that works out. Alright, Lumera, what's up? She's having thoughts. She's read so many books, she's having thoughts. How could we? Easily, but we decided not to anyway. What is worth the fury of a goddess? Nothing. Not this goddess. Maggie is the best woman in the world. Her fury is terrible, and we suffer for it. We would never. We have upset her before in a previous run, and it's upsetting her is terrible. We hate it. I have been in love with Maggie since the demo, so she, I hate to upset her. You found Lumera sitting idly in your study with some books scattered around. She sees you. She looked at you with clear eyes and said, Master, I noticed that the books here are about very grand and significant events, but there's nothing about ordinary people, about slaves, servants, and vendors. Why is that? Trav, if you would for the stats, but also the options are the writers are narrow-minded, they weren't written on paper, or they weren't worth recording. Yeah, we did try option 3 once and did not like that. She's our genius girl. Why would we ever tell her that the stories of the common people are not worth recording? Horrific. 1 is notoriety, 2 is bronze intuition plus influence. Well, we are going for notoriety, so the writers were narrow-minded, probably what we would want anyway. I need this to be a 10. I only have an 8. So, we will go with the writers were narrow-minded, because they are. You told her that the scribes of the Empire had a narrow perspective, focusing only on the highest glories and hardly noticing the insignificant people. If she wanted such a book, she would have to write it herself. She widened her eyes and then nodded heavily. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So that's where we stand with people. Free feast needs sociability. Nope. The food itself will give physique, but we need sociability there. And Zaki hasn't gone through the thing yet, and we still have days on that. So we kind of need this to happen, but I can't do this yet because I need to be here. I actually don't think I need to do anything here, but we'll put in a low-level tactics. What does Trajectory of Time give us? Wisdom and magic. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Okay. We'll do that. We don't have to do this personally, but we can immediately use the Bloodshed card, which is good, because Vanity is running out of time, and I do need to roll up some kind of carnality or a silver bloodshed for her, because Wasting anything less than a silver bloodshed is not worth it. Possibly, although she gets given books all the time. It's probably true, Trav, yeah. Or it takes more time / books to trigger the revenge question. Something like that. Nayla is the worst. Laudatory. Yeah, she's totally the worst. We don't like her. She can go flux off. We did not get any of the sociability stuff. I should probably just buy this so I have it, because I wanted it. I needed it for something and didn't have it, so I might as well just get it. Ay, ay, ay. Thank you, come again. Now we have it. Alright, that's good for us. What else? Prison, we don't care about any of you. Book hunt, I'm not worried about. Hamar brothers will roll themselves back up at some point. Fratricide. Yeah, I should probably just deal with this bloodshed now. Aziz can handle this. Super easy. And I'm going to... use the snake venom that I have. I believe the sleeping draught can be used elsewhere for better effect. So we're just gonna make this a little less difficult for us. Alright. So we will try to roll up something useful for Vanity Vanity. Do we have street urchins? Oh, we do have street urchins. Yes, we do. Get them into me things. Let's find out what we can do with them. A new idea has occurred to you. Where? Sure. I guess it did. I don't know what that did. Usually it throws something on the board, but today not so much. Okay. I do have a silver secret here. But we need... Yeah, I just don't have... I am the sociability person. What if... What if... Hold on. Hold on. Hold our horses. What if we do this? Okay. We have Habib. Yeah, Habib. Run this. We send Maggie to court. We do this. Yeah. Let's get Zeki some of that stupid sociability. Lady Becky can help. As much as I love getting money from the grand game, that might be for the best right now while we have a moment. Okay. I don't care about the books. This will roll back up. It just does on occasion. Okay. We need survivability on this, and they're out for 7 days. Zephyr might be the best here, and we can do... We don't actually... We only have, like, really low level survivals. Give him an opportunity, I guess. He's not my highest survival, but this just starts the investigation. I think we'll be okay. He will have a reroll there. Okay, we'll try that. Just to get it started. Because the first level is not that hard. Wait a minute, what am I thinking? Get out of this. Get ye to the guest house, Zephyr, and grab yourself a rogue. This will help you. Yes. Now his survival is much higher with this rogue in the background. Excellent. Silly me. Forgot about that. Alright, we're still, of course, going to give him the opportunity. But that's much better. Okay, that will help. Okay, so we just have Lumera, who needs something to read. Don't really need her with combat. What is her wisdom at? An 8? Which is actually a 5. So if I want to use these earrings on anyone else, having open mind would be good. She loses a point of physique and a point of charisma, so she loses charisma entirely. Maybe we give her a point of charisma before then, so that she doesn't lose charisma entirely. Do we have... This is also charisma, so we could give her a Secret of the Mask first. We'll do that. Secret of the Mask. And then she can get more wisdom. An event starting with become. If you ignore it, you can meet things later for more ideas until you get a better one. Yeah, I want the nursery. It's just, no event popped up. So we may have to just wait for it to happen next round. Usually they pop up immediately, but for whatever reason that one didn't. Okay, this is where we stand. I've got people doing all the things. Hopefully Zeki's goes well, so that I can stop lamenting that he doesn't have sociability on him. I think we're in a stable place, and we're also getting rid of a Sultan's card so that we can pull for another thing to deal with Vanity in some way. Here we go. To rise, one must learn to navigate the court, and the sooner a young man sees the world for what it is, the better. You bring Zaki to the court. We need at least 3 successes. It's better if we have more. 5. Yes! No rerolls required. Let's go! Inal is such a bad bitch. Actually, she's a sweet bitch, but we love her. The training was very successful. There's no longer any concern what Zaki's family will be left with. There's no longer any concern that Zeki's family will be left without a successor. Together, you've shown the best of this young man at court, and his sociability is a +3 now, which is very good. Aleem wants to slice up that beggar leader with his knife. Considering what that meant and did, he deserves it, but you might handle it better, like finding out where Khmer is. What's keeping a ruthless trafficker from talking anyway? His gaze is no longer stubborn. You take Khmer's whistle, telling Whitebelly the child must be linked to his beggar gang. You tell him you will ask every urchin here and every person in Dark Alley. Someone must have seen a child with this whistle. Meanwhile, you'll torture him daily until Khmer is found. If he's alive, you'll let Khmer kill him personally. Or he could tell you Khmer's whereabouts now, and you promise he can leave alive. We do not promise that we won't let Aleem kill him later, but we will not get him killed this moment. Let's make some money from our estate. That did not work out. Well, we made no money today. Whoopsies. Well, actually, we made a single gold coin today, which is how it be sometimes. Habib did the best he could, but Inal is obviously the girl. She was busy. We sent people to court. We got inside information. The Sultan becomes wearied, and we got even more information because our lovely wife is perfect and wonderful. Perfect and wonderful, I tell you. You wait for the perfect opportunity, and you find it. You find him, the brother of Lady Fatuna's late husband, lost in the exciting fantasy of all the wealth he's about to inherit, defenseless in the House of Delights. The man is a little drunk. He stumbles towards the silken canopy, the sweet anticipation building by the second. In a moment like this, no one would wear the clumsy weight of armor. No one would keep a blade at hand. An opportunity. We needed 2 successes. Pretty sure this is fine. You killed him cleanly and cut off his head without even alerting the prostitute behind the curtain. Well, this greedy man will no longer be able to covet property that does not belong to him. You bring news of the vineyard owner's death to Fatuna. The shadow that has loomed over her for so long finally dissipates. She exhales, slow and deep, and a relieved smile flickers across her lips. She thanks you and pays you handsomely. We get an extra point of support on her, which means I believe she's now 2 support, 1 opposition, and we also get paid. The Sultan's game absolves you from blame. The commotion at the House of Delight spreads to the noble circles like wildfire. The nobles murmur disapproving your crude interference in their affairs. Fatuna stands before them, fearless, denouncing her brother-in-law's insolence and praising your righteous aid. But the crowd sees only the curve of her lips, the weight of her wealth. As for the man who sought to ruin her, well, he has only done what any man would have done in his place. We do gain 2 influence from this, because we used a bloodshed card. If you don't use a bloodshed card, I believe you get infamy. Instead. Our girl is now much more charismatic and thoughtful about it. Love that for her. Mahir, not Mahir, but she's back. In the dark alley, the Sultan's laws are just one way to solve problems. Often, it's up to the individuals involved to figure out the rest. A noble approaches you, asking for help to resolve a problem, as he, unaware of the rules, has offended a mercenary who claims to be a roaming swordsman in the dark alley. I asked him to handle a problem for me. I assumed he'd scare her off from the capital, but to my shock, he killed the woman and left her head at my doorstep. Now everyone knows my mistress is dead, and they blame me as the killer. He slips you some money, asking you to teach this unruly mercenary he set to meet in the dark alley. It's said this mercenary is the best in the dark alley. I thought hiring someone so skilled would make him easier. Surely you can think of a way to deal with him since you're a figure of influence beside the Sultan. The event Entangled Task has appeared. Alright, bitch, what insanity are you going to give me today? Extravagance. Fine. Yeah, so Manal is back. Dog racing is back. Recruit Mahir is now here. Jawad visits. Who's at court? Samir is at court? We've managed to zero out his opposition, but we need to send somebody. Many stone lunchboxes is about to expire. Do I need to deal with that, Trav, or will it roll back up? This will happen regardless, so we'll just set it. We're definitely gonna double our money here, because Luna is the best. Silver and gold. We're 1 shy of upgrading this to level 3. Abdul's back. Ay, ay, ay. We could use the extravagance on the occupied by Vagrant's house, which actually might be for the best. Not gonna lie. You might want to redraw to not push too quickly from one gold Sultan card to another. Oh, I don't have a gold Sultan card. It's just extravagance. We're fine. Just says Barat buys them every 2 weeks. Okay, it doesn't tell you under many stone lunchboxes if it re-rolls. I hope so. We'll find out, I guess. We're sciencing. Alright, where do I need to be in person? I do need to be in person here. Actually, apparently I cannot. Bazaki has sociability now. Where is Aziz? Or where is Zafir? He's stuck in field investigation. That's right. Okay. Who else has stealth? Not you. Our girl Lumera has stealth. Okay. Well, we're gonna have Zeki go. I would love to send you. You can pull Lady Becky off of you. Actually. Actually, I might send you to court. Never mind. You have no stealth. Sure, why not? She has a book she needs to read. Yeah, I think this is the best place for Habib. We'll figure that out. Cat can go to court. We're not gonna bloodshed him. Yeah, well, no, he doesn't have any stealth equipment. He just has all the stealth skill. We don't actually have any stealth equipment here. It's just he has all the stealth. This is his natural amount of stealth because of books. Lumera, we wanted her to read Open Mind. We got her charisma up just so that she will not lose all of it to this book. So that's that. Okay. Null goes here. Christians go to me, thanks. Nothing happened. Not entirely certain what's going on with that. My dear love, I need you to go here. With a secret. So we'll deal with that. Which just leaves our main character left. I'm thinking very hard. I apologize. It's not exactly the most interesting thing to watch me think very hard. Just have these rogues. Oh, they have the stealth. Okay, hold on. They have stealth. We need stealth here. So if I do this, watch this. Guest house. Habib gets a rogue. Zaki gets a rogue. Everybody gets a rogue. Successful recruitment. We're good. We're out of people in the guest house, which is fine. It refreshes at some point, but because they both have rogues now, we have a little bit of stealth here. So that will be a little better. Forgot about that. Rogues for everyone. Yes. Injured white rhino leads to a follower. House occupied by vagrants leads to a follower. I could do it by myself. We'll do that. Oh, you need to prepare 8 gold coins. 8 gold coins. I only have half. Okay, that's why I cannot do that one right now. Okay, I'm just too broke. It's fine. So what is he going to do? Maybe we'll send him to court instead. Directly. Actually, no. Never mind. The cat can go. He can go to the bathhouse for once. Wash off the nonsense. There we go. That's what we'll do. Usually I need him somewhere to do something personally, but today not so much. Weird. Yes, rogues for everybody. Alright. That's where we're gonna end it today, guys. We've got it all set up. We'll find out what happens next, but I'm gonna do a cheeky save for my 4th run. And we shall pick up this again tomorrow, because my name is Mayrin Altheatover, and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. If that is not your time zone, a follow and notifications will help remind you when I go live. You can do this over on Blue Sky or here. Either way, you'll get a live notification from me, and my Blue Sky live notifications are much more fun than my Twitch ones. So feel free to go check that out. And if you'd like to at me about my runs, start a conversation with me at all, interact with me directly in a way that I will respond to you and only you, Blue Sky's the place to be. I sometimes talk about the games. I'm terrible at social media, so please come help. Just at me and be like, what are you thinking, white lady? Or tell me about your day. Tell me about your interests. Be friends with me over there, because I would love that. I tend to follow people back if they're from my stream and be friends with them. So that's where you get the notifications. If you would like to catch up to what this run has begun, or how we've gone down the rabbit hole of Sultan's game at all, the YouTube has the VOD. Some of you have followed me here because of YouTube. But this is my way of giving back to you guys. Anytime, day or night, you have my company. You can see whatever games that I have streamed before. You can throw them on while you're cooking, cleaning, working, getting from point A to point B, trying to get some sleep, whatever you need them for. That's where you find them. And if you subscribe and ring the bell, you'll know when today's VOD goes live. So that's something to consider as well. All right, with all of that being said, we do raid our friends because they're our friends. And we're all in this Twitch community together. So feel free to copy pasta my raid message, or you can use whatever love heart or raid emojis you have available, because I am willing to support community in Twitch, and you guys are all absolutely amazing. So we're gonna go jump over to see Psycho Phoenix, because she has been streaming in conjunction, and she's currently playing Dead by Daylight, which will probably change by the time we get there, but who knows. She is a variety streamer in that she streams a variety of games per stream. I'm a variety streamer in that I stream a variety of types of games one at a time. So here we are being variety together. Anyway, Psycho Phoenix is great. She goes by PP. She's a British streamer who's fun and sassy and very sweet, and I hope that you guys will all fall in love with her and follow her there too. Until tomorrow, you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you then, because we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone.